right. It's been a long time coming. I'm so excited. As Alexa and I had said with one of our teaser videos a while back, that we were going to resurrect our Dream Lifestyles podcast. And today is our new debut and with a special announcement. I'm super excited for this to be our first new episode 2.0 with Dream Lifestyles. And Alexa has just joined Energy Realty, and I'm super, super excited to talk about that today. So I'm glad that you're with us at Energy. Finally, we're back together. And yeah, just really excited to be working with you again.
Yay. First word out of me out of the podcast is yay, because that's how I feel. I'm like so excited. Doesn't it feel so good to be like reignited and
Mhm.
like feeling fired up to take action? Dana, I've known you for pretty much my whole career. 14 years. I know you've been doing this, what, 20 something years now?
23, yeah.
23 years. Isn't that wild?
Mhm.
But we all go through different seasons of our careers. And for me, I just have been like, all right, like just chugging along and, just doing what I do. And I'm just so excited and grateful to find something to be excited about and energized over.
100%.
So really grateful. And the
Yeah,
coolest part is I get to do it together, right? Like that's a great part about brokerages like this is we can choose who we want to work with, align with, partner with, and who we want to build with.
totally, totally. And what I think makes this really special is Energy, for those people that don't know, is basically was formed by Aaron and Peter Noble, who were the former CEOs, CGO of First EXP and took them public with like 300, 400 agents, and then did it again with Real Broker with like 800 agents. So this is a tried and true team. And I'm so happy that I was able to connect with them in an early level with this company, really right out of the gate. I think, I'm like, very early on. I mean, we just launched. So for you and your mom, Cheryl, to be opening Connecticut, and your mom's the state broker.
Oh, my mom is so excited about this opportunity that she's like, you know what, Alex? I will get myself out of broker retirement to be the founding state broker of,
Yeah.
the state of Connecticut because it's that good of an opportunity.
Hmm.
And yeah, to your point, for us, we really, I mean, we all have worked so hard within our careers and we only want to align with companies that resonate, that feel aligned with our core values, but also what creates a company. It's the leadership
Hmm.
knowing Aaron and Peter Noble and what they've been able to create, not once but twice. And I
Yep.
believe he was what chief strategist or anyways, one of the C-level suites for both EXP and Real, like you said.
Hmm.
That is so incredible. Like that's experience that they bring to the table that is tried and true. So
Right.
I'm very excited and very grateful. And then to be, like you said, involved so early on. It's an opportunity of a lifetime for so many reasons. But the reason that gets me so excited is that as our buddy Charles says, we get to have our fingerprints all over this thing. We get to really
Right.
help shape and mold the company. And, people ask us what the culture is. Well, culture, it's a combination of 1 + 1 is 11. Like we are the culture, right? The
Right.
people that we're attracting, bringing to this company that are, feel that resonate with this company, we're all going to create that culture together. So I just love the opportunity to get an early shape this company, help it grow, and then also be able to have an input and an impact on how this company grows. And that's what's available to everyone. Anyone that's listening,
Hmm.
you have an opportunity of a lifetime. The same opportunity that's to have my mom say I'm getting out of broker retirement to launch the state of Connecticut is
Yep.
the same opportunity that lies for anyone else that's listening here today.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. There's something really special about being the first people in, right? I mean, you like you said, it's different here. It's a feeling, right? And that's what the whole purpose and the name embodies. Energy. Energy Realty is a feeling that you get when you're here. And that's something that I think we sort of in the everyday to day of being a regular real estate agent where you're on the hamster wheel, there are days that we don't like what we do, because it's just exhausting and you sort of start to lose your luster, right, for the business. And I think for me, after so many years in the business and, and a move that from Connecticut to North Carolina, I think for me, this is the perfect recipe for the next stage of my career and my life. I mean, this is an opportunity to really just run wide open with tremendous runway. The opportunities are endless. The people that we're attracting, it's different this time around. I mean, you and I did this at EXP together, and it's different this time around in the sense that we are being very purposeful about our attraction and who we're reaching out to. We're not trying to collect bodies. We're not trying to collect people. And we may not have every single bell and whistle out there yet because we just opened in March. I mean, this is very new. But what we have are all people that have a tremendous amount of experience. And that's what I'm finding is that the people that are getting it and coming here, it's almost like they don't care what color the sign is. They don't care, what exactly, what benefit is here or there. It's the pedigree of the people involved in this company that really just says it all. And there's really no questions asked. So it's actually been easier than any other place I've been to attract agents, especially so early, because people want that opportunity and they want that exit plan too. I think at our stage of our career too, like I don't want to be selling houses when I'm 70 years old. So I want to be able to create that real, make an impact and create that wealth for not only myself, but the agents that are also joining the company and aligning with us.
I mean, there's no doubt that there's a huge opportunity for wealth building. And if there's anything that the last 2 years has taught me, going through two back surgeries and a divorce, like no matter how much hustle you have in you or how much energy you have in you, sometimes life has other plans. So when I'm laid up, literally horizontal and out of commission, literally, because I'm not able to pound the
No pun
pavement.
intended, right?
Yeah. Yeah, right. I'm not physically able to pound the pavement the way I used to and had prior. It really shows you the importance of having all the different streams of income. I
For sure.
mean, having been a top producer, even the last 2 years I've been a top producer when you look at statistics, but for me it's not, maybe where I would have thought my business would have grown because every year my business has grown year over year, year over year, year over year. Well, when you're physically unable, I'm just grateful that I've maintained my business,
Mhm.
which is such an important thing, when you build that book of business. But bottom line, we make plans and life happens. So it is actually so crucial to have multiple streams of income as a realtor because you never know what's going to happen. And as much as you say that I can always count on doing this number of transactions or whatever, you think so, and then things can happen.
For
But
sure.
more than anything, it's shown me that it is incredible as far as the opportunity to build this multi-generational wealth and income. That's what real estate does. It helps bring multi-generational wealth.
Right.
And this company starting where we are, like you said, you don't want to have to be doing open house at 70, but we want to be able to choose if we want to continue to be doing open houses at 70,
Right.
right? Having that option of choice. And I think that it allows us to have different ways of building income through different stages of life.
Mhm.
So I'm so excited about that. I mean, you hear about how other companies, the people that had been part of it from brand new, the opportunity was absolutely incredible for them and their families.
For
So just
sure.
look at your loved ones and look at what that could do for you.
Yeah.
And just the finances alone you know, that's one huge opportunity about this. But then also just the creativity and the building. And I am an entrepreneurial spirit. I will always be. I know you are, Dana. My mom is. There's so many great realtors that we are aligning ourselves with that are so accomplished, entrepreneurial. And that's what I love about you. You never just settle for maybe the status quo or what other people are doing. And you're not afraid to go out there and reinvent yourself. And so many people are afraid of doing that. But guess what? Like, don't worry, we're testing it out for you. You don't have to worry about, is this going to work or whatnot,
Yeah.
because the leadership is here and the ability to create and have those think tanks and collaborate with these really incredible thinkers, like you said, I think is going to be just such a great opportunity.
I agree. And it's really funny. We were on the company Energy Exchange, the company call this past Wednesday, and I'm looking at the screen of all the people on the Zoom, right? And I'm thinking this is the company call. And I don't know, there was probably, even though we have more agents than this, there was probably 30 people on the call because not every single person can attend. And I was on the first call they ever had. So I took a picture with my phone to save it for later because we will never be this small again. You think about these companies, I was with Keller Williams when they had 100,000 agents. I think I was with EXP when they had 100,000 agents. And that's great to build those high numbers, but at the same time, you do feel a little lost in the sauce. Like your ideas are not going to be heard. Like, you're not going to be able to get a hold of people that you wish you could, talk to and be involved with. And so it's a true opportunity to do that here. And we're all building together, which is awesome. We all started at the beginning of this company, and it's just such an amazing opportunity. And I'm just excited. I mean, they're doing everything they said they were going to do and more. And that's, transparency is huge with me, and taking action is huge with me. I don't want to be told things over and over again and have no delivery. I want to see action. And that is exactly what I see here. And I take massive action with this. I am running on all cylinders right now because I know that this is the most important time to build and to really put our stamp, on this company and in this industry, not only just in the company, but in the industry. I think that the cloud-based brokerage is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. And it took a little while for some people to get used to that. Wouldn't you say? I mean, it was hard, I feel like, when we were with one of the first cloud-based brokerages back when we were, and people didn't really understand the model. But I think people get it now more and more than they ever did before.
Yeah, I mean, look at most traditional real estate brick and mortars, like how many people are actually in the office, right? Like, I think we all learned through COVID that we can be super productive at home. And I like being able to work wherever I am. And let's be honest, as a realtor, especially one that's top producing, the business does not stop when you leave when you leave the office. It
Right.
continues. There's no hours of operation. Truly, if someone texts you at 7 p.m. tonight, I would like to list my house with you. You're going to text them back and
Yeah.
say, "Great, I'd love to set up a time to meet with you." So I think it's so true what you said. Like people just want to have all the tools and resources at their fingertips to be able to operate their business on the cloud where
Mhm.
they are. To me, it's about living an untethered life and a dream lifestyle, dream lifestyle. It's
Right.
so important, and everyone's dream is different on what that looks like. To me, I'm so happy when I'm outside on my laptop or my phone.
Mhm.
It's nice out in
Yeah.
Connecticut, soaking up the sun, being able to work, make calls, incoming, outgoing, emails, Zooms, whatever. Like to me, that's my happy place. My dog's next to me. I'm able to run and get my healthy food that's in my house, that's right there. You know, in between calls, I'm able to take my dog for a walk and get in some great steps. Like, I love not working in an office and having a cloud-based brokerage. I think that there's such a huge lifestyle advantage to having that.
Yeah.
And most importantly, it's not just about not having brick and mortar, it's about having all the tools you need in replace of that hub right here on your phone. So
Sure. Yeah.
here to
For sure.
stay.
And these are systems that have been tried and true already. They're obviously proven to work, and they're still in place at some other companies that were created by Peter, who is one of the founders of Energy. So I think that I think that, we're very positioned very well in this industry now, more so than I think years ago when it was sort of just being discovered and people really didn't understand the idea of cloud-based. The whole idea is to really build a life that you don't need a vacation from. And this is a business that you can have that flexibility if you know how to position yourself with your clients, if you know how to not trade time for dollars. And so this gives you that roadmap and that platform to be able to do that, and creating different sources of income, whether it be through the company stock, or whether it be through the revenue share program, or whether it be from production, because without production we don't have any revenue share. So that's obviously important, and production is always first and foremost when it comes to real estate. But having those other options are really important when the market shifts, when you need to pivot, when you don't have as many closings as you had hoped that month. So That's, that's really what I like about the cloud-based brokerage model. That's what I like about revenue share. I've always been a really big fan of the revenue share model. So I'm just excited. I think that this is it's going to be a tremendous road. The people that we're doing this with are amazing. I'm so excited that you and your mom chose to, run alongside in this journey. We've got some amazing people joining the company. We just put our toes in the water in New England. So I'm
Mhm.
psyched because, we've got so much opportunity there. Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, all of those states, even New York's not open yet. So we've got a lot of runway and a lot of opportunity. And it doesn't take all that much to open the state. We need a certain amount of production, we need a certain amount of agents, and we need people like us that are able to launch and attract. And so if you're an agent out there and you are thinking about making a change and you're in a state that's not open yet, that's okay. We're looking for you. We're looking to put you um on the radar, so to speak. I mean, I brought you guys and I said, listen, Connecticut's gotta pop off. So, and here we are 4 weeks later, 4 weeks
Amazing.
later.
They move
So
so quickly,
I
so
love that.
quickly.
I mean, they just took action. We just got it done. And so that's not to say that we can't do that for states that might not even be like this quarter right now. That can change as soon as you get somebody that's broker eligible and that's a good fit. And you've got some agents that have some production and that are attractors. You've got yourself the right recipe to be able to open that state and hopefully get it open sooner. So that's always an option. So I don't want anybody that's got a team or maybe a boutique brokerage that's thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just so tired of running my boutique brokerage. I'd love to just hop on where somebody's already got all the systems in place. And, that's the opportunity, right? Is this boutique brokerages when they can come over with 10, 20, 25 agents and they've got so much stock already with the company when they come over and they're on their first line. So for those people listening, Energy is offering 1,000 shares of stock per agent that you recruit on your front line until we hit 500 agents, and then it's going to change. So
Amazing.
now's the opportunity. Just to put that into perspective for all of you out there, I've done a lot of attraction at different companies. Most brokerages will offer you 25 shares if you bring on per agent that you bring on. This company is offering you 1,000 shares before they go public, just like they took EXP and Real Public. That is
Amazing.
a tremendous opportunity. So if you're thinking about it and you just want to see how it's going to do, don't wait, because if you come over with a team or you come over with a little brokerage or a big brokerage or a medium-sized brokerage, you've got yourself a huge stock plan built in if you do it the right way. So a ton
Amazing.
of opportunity here, ton of opportunity.
That is a huge opportunity of our lifetime. Huge.
Mhm.
I would say that's the largest opportunity that I've come across in our industry since I've been practicing real estate. Because
I
we look
agree.
at these other companies and, obviously we can't do predictive analytics, but when you look what they went, each of their shares were worth when they went IPO, I think you'll be giving us a call.
Yeah.
And to Dana's point, if we aren't open in your state yet, if you aren't a broker, don't hesitate. It's okay. You can reach out to us and we can help you actually recruit the broker that you would like, that you feel that would be a good fit for your state. So talk about an opportunity of a lifetime there as well.
Hmm.
So there's just so many ways that I just can't wait to grow, can't wait to help others. And what I love is that this culture is about feeding into those that we're bringing on and showing them, maybe they've never been part of a model like this, which 90% of brokerages have never been part of a model like this.
Hmm.
So just know that we're here to feed you, teach you, help you grow, and we can do this all together.
I love that. Yeah. And just one more thing I want to mention too, for people that are not sure how to attract, we have a program called Connect and Thrive. So if you are, maybe you're just talking to somebody, but you're like, I don't know what to say, or I haven't been there long enough and I don't know how to attract them to the company, you send them over to us and we will get them into the company and then put them in under you. So you'll have your downline starting. So there's a lot of opportunity here for you to learn how to be a super attractor, for you to still participate in the revenue share and stock program without really knowing how to do that. We're here to help you, train you, and also be there to support you every step of the way.
Amazing. Dana, thank you so much. And thank you all so much for listening.
Yes, we'll see you guys soon with the next episode of Dream Lifestyles. Bye bye.
Bye.